we go. All right. I don't remember, but it's leg day. Fucking leg day once again. Uh, that's one point about my. So I've been doing this 4-day split, right? So I do legs, chest, back, arms. If I do shoulders, I do it on chest day. But if you're really going hard on legs, I feel like maybe 3 days of rest in between workouts is probably a little bit better. I could tell. Uh, this guy's fucking doing a Yui. Uh, I could tell on the last bulk where I would hit. I was doing a 3-day split, right? So I would just do legs, chest, and back, and then arms. That my knees would get a little bit extra tender from squatting every 3 days rather than every 4 days. But whatever. So plan same as usual for legs. I'm gonna slam hamstrings out first. I've kind of explained this before, but doing hamstring before quads pretty much just lets me get hamstrings out of the way, and then I don't have to worry about leaving anything in the tank when I do the quad workout. So, gonna do a ton of seated hamstring curls, maybe some standing ones on the leg extension as a little bit of a variation. Oh fuck! I forgot something. Okay, well I'll loop around in a second. But yeah, so after hamstrings, I'm just moving straight on to quads. So I'll start off with squats. I pretty much just do one heavy set and then move on to other isolation movements like, some machine leg press and leg extensions. Today, I think I might revisit squats, right? Like, I'll still do my normal heavy set, and then after I move on to leg extensions for a while, come back and do like some lighter weight squats. Yeah. That'd be like, that'd be like doing a bench, moving on to flies, and then coming back to bench, which sometimes I do. But enough of that. Main point, gonna go in there and fucking blare whatever kind of hype music I can get going in my headphones and fucking get a crazy pump. So I will fucking see you in there. Oh, God damn it. Oh. So I mean, warmed up with a few sets like normal, and honestly, this feels pretty good. Like I'll probably just do another, I don't know, 5 sets of this. I'm kind of fucked up because my gym's playing the music way too fucking loud, so it always pisses me off. But just got to turn that into motivation. Okay. The first sets that I was doing of these, I was like fresh, so I could really get a good squeeze at the bottom of the reps. But now I'm getting so fatigued that I can't get such a good squeeze. So I think it's time to move on to some single leg standing curls. So, very niche movement. You never really seen anybody doing this one. But yeah, so basic setup is you stand on a leg extension backwards and then just do one leg at a time. And with this, I'm not trying to go crazy on the weight. You know, this is like the equivalent of doing light dumbbell curls and really trying to like get a good squeeze. You know, you're not just trying to muscle a crazy amount of weight. You know, all you're trying to do is activate the bicep or hamstring. You get what I'm saying? So I'll probably do 2 of these or so and then maybe do more. I don't know. It depends on how it feels. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these, and this kind of gets into my basic like philosophy. You know, I have a decent idea of what my workout is gonna look like. Like obviously I knew hamstrings was first, and then I'm gonna move on to quads. Quads is gonna start with squats. Hamstrings is gonna start with heavy seated hamstring curl, but the details pretty much come up just based on how I feel, right? If I know that something doesn't really feel that good or I'm not really getting that good of an activation, like pump, then I'll just move on and do some other exercise, right? Like, I don't want to be constrained by imagining a whole workout in my mind, trying to do it, and then it feels like shit. If I know that I can make little adjustments to it, which are going to feel better for me. And that's just something you're going to get, you know, a better handle on as you lift for longer, right? It's like an experience thing. Okay, let's move on. All right, so plan for the finisher, lighter hamstring curls seated. And I'm not just gonna do like straight up normal reps, you know. I'm gonna go halfway, pause for a moment, then finish the rep. Just a good little variation to throw in. Like I love doing this with hamstrings, quads on the leg extension, and biceps. Those are pretty much the only times I feel like it's, you know, beneficial. But, you know, I'd rather do a couple of different kind of variations rather than just straight sets the whole lift. I feel like that's gonna make the stimulus that you're, you know, giving the intended muscle during the lift a bit more varied. Yeah, that really is a good squeeze. Don't be alarmed. I'm not going to skip squats. Well, if something feels off with them, then of course I'll skip them. But what I'm doing right now is before I even do the warm-up sets of squats with like 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, I've been liking doing a pretty substantial warm-up with the leg extension. Like I'm not doing actual sets. You know, I'm not doing more than like maybe 5 or so reps for each like you know, increment of weight increases. But like I say the same thing with your triceps. Like if your triceps are tender before you start your pressing movements for well, even bench, but really I mean like push downs and stuff like that, then you should probably just sit on the cable extension or on the cable machine, just one arm, just warm up the area. And for me, I mean with my knees, if I were to jump straight into squatting, it'd feel a bit tender. But after, you know, getting exposed to some weight on the leg extension, plus getting a little bit of quad activation, which is going to make the squats feel better anyway. This is just always my sort of go-to warm-up. So I'm going to sit here for a few more minutes, and then we can go start squats. Oh, yeah, see what I'm saying? Not much volume. Just, oh. Okay, imagine that with 2 plates, 3 plates, and then 4 plates. All right, so in 2 seconds, you're gonna see me fucking get hyped to all hell and go crazy with 5 big ones. What do you think? Was that a good one? Okay. I'm gonna need a few minutes after that. Fuck, dude. I have a very intense, intimate relationship with squats. You know, every leg day, I go up to the rack, throw a plate on, a couple of reps, throw 2 plates on, a couple of reps, 3 plates, and then as soon as that top set's done, it's over. We go our separate ways. It's like a toxic relationship. Like, it's great when you're doing it, but you need some time apart. But you just keep going back. You understand what I'm saying? So, time to get some leg extensions done. I love single leg. Double leg, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I have to hold on way tighter. And when I do one leg at a time, I can really just focus on, you know, one at a time, obviously. So I'll do a few of these and then move on to some other kind of variation. Crazy. Get excited or don't. I'm gonna sit here for a while. I like to feel into the leg extensions right now, and my knees are feeling good, so I can go really heavy on it. I mean, it just makes sense. What does your quad do? Takes you from here to here. I love doing the leg extensions, but I will throw in a little bit of like a machine leg press variation later on. But I'm probably gonna sit here for another 5 sets. nice little drops that I like is I'll just bust out double leg extensions. You know, maybe not to like extreme failure, but you know, enough such that I know I did some work, right? Drop the weight, stand up, then run over here, grab something to hold on to, and just do some body weight sissy squats like that. Where, like, I'm not trying to squat like this, where I bend at my hips, right? I'm trying to keep this whole section relatively rigid and just lean back so that the only muscles being activated to bounce me back up are the quads. And just doing it like that gives you a crazy stretch. It can be a little harder on your knees, so maybe, you know, if you're worried about your knees, don't just jump right into it and fucking rip something. You know, use your best judgment. But I can do a few of these. Maybe I'll finish with these, I don't know. God damn, dude. Instead of spamming both legs at once, I'll do some alternating reps. So I'll go a bit lighter, really try to focus on squeezing, get like a good burn. And do 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Back and forth until I feel good. And then do the last set of sissy squats. Fuck. Let's check the pump. God damn it. All right. I feel pretty fucking good about that lift. So, and just through the pants. God, my quads are rock hard without even fucking flexing them. Good lift overall. I'm especially proud of that set of squats. That's fucking heavy. So let's just check the pump. Come on. Dude, I'm still fucking out of breath. All right, let's back up to some good lighting. Oh my goodness. Whew. Fucking bodybuilding pose. Oh my god, I fucking lose my balance here. Fucking hamstrings are looking a little veiny too. Solid. So I mean, nothing else to be said. Legs obliterated. Pretty simple exercise choice. All it was fucking hamstring curls and leg extensions, pretty much. You know, plus the starter set of squats. Oh, god damn it. Oh. So I'm gonna go sit on the calf machine for a bit like normal, and then we get in the car. Legs have been thrashed. Oh my god. Like it gets to the point where getting into the car, like the fucking steering wheel is tight when I'm trying to slip my legs under it. I need a fucking I need to like adjust it like a let's say a plus size person. So let's slam the post workout shake. You should already be aware of its contents and the logic behind its administration. So let's fucking try not to think about it too much. Oh, yeah, that really hits the spot. Oh, why don't I just sip on it slowly? Well, because it tastes gross, and I don't want to. That's why. That is freaking why. So, let's get out of here. Let's get the F out of H. There's a few people in there, but you know, for the most part, Sunday night, obviously it's gonna be empty. Obviously, it's gonna be empty. But I don't know. I don't. I probably prefer the empty gym. At least now. Well, there's pluses and minuses to either. You know, I like obviously I like seeing everybody I know at the gym. You know, talking, fucking shooting shit. That's sick. It's fun. But you know, if you really want to get some stuff done, it's not going to hurt you to have all the equipment that you want open. You don't have to worry about waiting for squat racks or anything. Like when I lift at my school's gym and it's busy, oh, it's fucked. There'll be 5 people working in on the leg extension at once. Every squat rack is taken, and there's just sort of a crowd waiting around them. You know, it's just not ideal. So, if your gym is completely packed all the time, I'm not going to say you're not going to make gains, but it's probably not going to be totally ideal, or at least not that efficient. You know, you're probably losing a decent amount of time just waiting for shit. And I don't know. I don't mind waiting a few minutes, but if you start to wait too long, you can lose your pump. That is the last thing you want to do. Speaking of losing your pump, if you, it's always going to be a good idea to take a quick bathroom break pre-lift, because the last thing you want to do, oh, this pisses me off so bad. You're let's say I'm mid-chest, and you know, my stomach starts rumbling. Oh, you lose your pump. You're fucking, you're totally out of the zone. Not ideal. So whatever you can do to not have to take, you know, like a 5-10 minute break in the middle of your lift, maybe you should probably do that. So, what else? What else? I've got one exam tomorrow. It's going to be later in the day, so I've got some time to make sure I'm fully educated on moving shockwaves. I'm just saying it sucks. But let's not think about these little random shits. All right, let's talk about lifting. At home, waiting for me, I've got a 6-pack of Krispy Kreme and a quart of whole milk. In my mind, you know, when I look at food, I'm not a robot. Obviously, I enjoy eating food, but probably in, you know, in a muscle building, you know, physique improving context, what's really important is the fucking macros. You know, so if you're trying to gain weight, it doesn't really matter what you eat as long as it fits within those macros, to an extent, of course. Right? So if you just cannot gain weight, fucking start eating some donuts. melt down some ice cream and just drink it. You know, whatever you got to do to get in calories, you're gonna have to fucking do. Because you don't just build muscle, you don't just gain weight out of nowhere. Right? It all depends on how much fucking food you eat. I should be taking that fucking advice right now because I'm not 260. Fuck. Yeah, the school's fucking me on that note. And then the reverse is also going to be true. So if you're trying to lose weight, you know, you don't have to just eat salad all day, right? Or fucking plain vegetables, whatever, chicken and broccoli like everybody fucking does when they think the word diet, right? All you've really got to do is track your fucking calories, right? Let's say, so I've referenced this before. You fucking go online, you look up maintenance calorie calculator if you've got no idea what you're doing, and you plug in all your information, your height, your age, your weight, you know, your estimated body fat, your activity level. Like it'll say like, you know, how often do you work out, how often do you exercise, whatever. You plug in all that shit, and it's going to spit out some numbers for you, right? Those are going to be the amount of protein, carbs, and fats that you need to eat to maintain weight. You know, then there's going to be values that are higher, right? That's what you're going to need to take in to gain weight. And then there's going to be some values lower. That's what you have to stay below in order to lose weight. So if you're trying to lose weight, it doesn't matter if you fucking eat, you know, donuts and ice cream, or, you know, what you'd consider garbage junk food. As long as you're able to stay underneath that, you know, calorie deficit, you know, if you can stay under that number where you'll lose weight, or where, you know, the website will say you'll lose weight, then guess what? You're going to start fucking burning body fat. But if you're trying to diet, obviously you don't want to eat calorie-dense foods, right? When I'm dieting, this is some, if anybody's dieting right now, summer's coming up. Huge fucking life hack. Every time I diet, this is instantly on the grocery list. You've got to get keto whatever, right? If you look in the fucking bread aisle, or like the aisle with all the tortillas or whatever shit like that, like tortillas, bread, hamburger buns, bagels, right? If you look hard enough, you'll find like low carb option or like keto option, right? So look for the keto bread. And when you look at that little nutrition facts label on the back, right, it's going to say, let's just say a hamburger bun, for example. If you look at a normal fucking hamburger bun, it's probably going to say like 40 grams of carbs, and like maybe 3 or 4 grams of fiber, and then probably a little fat, a little protein, you know, whatever, right? So fiber, right, if it says insoluble fiber, that does not fucking count as carbs, right? You know, it's like, what would you even call it? It's not really a good example, but whatever. You know, when you read shit on those nutrition labels, if you're starting to be a serious lifter and you're tracking your calories and everything, you know, when it says net carbs 50 and then 5 grams of insoluble fiber, right? You take those 5 grams of insoluble fiber away from that total net carbs, right? Because fiber doesn't get digested. Your body doesn't break it down. It just kind of passes through you. So what these fucking scientists managed to do is they make this this keto bread, whatever kind of concoction it is, and when you look at the nutrition labels, like sure, it's going to say like 30 grams of net carbs, but if you look right underneath that, it's going to say, what the fuck is it? It's going to say like 25 grams of insoluble fiber, right? So you take those 25 grams of insoluble fiber away from the 30 grams of the net carbs. So now you've got a fucking hamburger bun, which you can like make a sandwich out of, whatever, like turkey, mustard, and it's only going to be 5 grams worth of carbs. So that's a little bit more of an advanced tip, because you kind of already have to be into counting your calories and everything like that. But that is definitely something I fucking jump on. Like as soon as this bulk is over, I'll I gotta do a full day of eating for this bulk too, at least one, and then of course, I'll do something for the diet as well. But you know, the grocery list instantly changes. Holy fuck! From getting like full carb shit to the keto bread. So, if in terms of counting your calories, just look up like Jeff Nippert how to track your calories. I love Jeff Nippert. He's super smart. He explains things very well. And then I want you to get this fucking app on the App Store. Stupid simple macro tracker, right? And every time you fucking eat something, flip over that little nutrition label. It's gonna say 10 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. Open that fucking app and plug that shit in, right? You don't even have to like try to limit yourself or like just change your diet, whatever, like put limits on how much food you can eat per day. Just start doing that every time you eat. It's going to seem like a hassle at first, but you know, once you do it for long enough and you understand that, you know, what you eat has a direct correlation with your performance, then it's just going to become second nature, right? Like I don't spend a lot of time on the app. Obviously, it takes like 5 seconds to plug in the numbers, but I definitely open that app the most out of any other that I have, just because I always fucking input that shit. So take from that what you will. I'm gonna go eat some donuts, take my vitamins, and try to get a good night's rest for this fucking week. So I will see you next time.